Helmmaster EX. This award-winning system features the first single-engine joystick with digital electric steering and new autopilot capability. See Helmmaster EX in action at a Yamaha Outboard dealer or visit YamahaOutboards.com.
Tune into this week's weekly video fishing forecast for another open boat episode. We have reports and events coming up, and we also have a look at our new digital issue just out on Monday.
The Fishing News is sponsored by these fine partners.
Today's September 5th. Can you believe we're finally into the month of September? The summer just flew right by. But we do have some fishing news for you guys, and it's on the regulation side of things. Just to let you know, if you are targeting sea bass, it went from 3 fish, now it's at 6 fish per person until the end of the sea bass season. Also, another added bonus, the Atlantic codfish season is open once again, and that is open from now, that was September 1st until April 30th. It's 23 inches per fish, 5 fish per person as well. Remember those, you got 2 new species, new bag limits to get in on. Go have fun with those.
Save the date. Thursday, September 26th is the Fisherman Magazine's fishing show at the Hilton in Melville, Long Island. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the first 500 through the door get a bag full of fishing gear worth more than the $20 admission. Inshore, offshore, surf, we cover it all. Fishing seminars from the Sharpies. Great deals on tackle. A giant raffle. You don't want to miss out. Want to be an exhibitor? We still have a few tables available, but they're going fast. Contact the Fisherman at 631-345-5200 for more info. See you there.
The latest digital edition of the Fisherman Magazine. It's out right now. We got some great content for you. Our surf column this week is called Albie Observations, and just in time too, because the albies were just reported along the South Shore and in Montauk. And on our offshore column, we have tilefish, step 1. If you're out there tuna fishing and you do strike out, remember you could always save the day with some great tile fishing in the deep. Check this one out. And we have an inshore column for you as well. We hate getting snagged up, but this one will teach you how to get off the snags. For $29.99, that gets you all the content for the Fisherman Magazine. That's 12 print issues, all the digital issues, access to a website, and our twice-a-week e-newsletter, and you could be in our Dreamboat and Coastal Kayak Clash.
The Tobay Boat Show is back October 4th through the 6th. Long Island boat dealers will be there with big savings on existing inventory and 2024 models. From fishing boats to personal watercraft, this show has it all. Free parking and fun for the whole family. Visit NewYorkBoatShows.com.
And this week's open boat is a cool one. Jenni Ackerman, she takes the youth fishing for fluke, and they talk about the future of fishing.
Hey everyone, welcome to Open Boats.
You guys could take my job. Good job, everyone. So hey everyone, welcome to this week's Open Boat. We're going out fluking, but more importantly, we're here with Danny and Gianna, and we're gonna talk about the importance of the future in fishing. So you guys like to fish, right? You were hanging around the dock looking for little dock critters before we went out. Today we're both, well, you guys, I don't know about me, you guys probably have to teach me how to fish. I'm a little rusty. You guys are both gonna come back with some 12-pounders today, right?
Yeah.
So these guys love to fish, and it's so important to get the younger generations out fishing because that's the future of the fishing industry. You get youngins out here like this that understand fishing and they learn about the regulations and all the different species you can catch based on the season. They enjoy it more and more, and they learn about not even a hobby, but you can make this into like a whole lifestyle and everything. Going back to the importance of fishing, like, because would you guys rather sit inside all day and play video games, or would you go out and want to go fishing?
I want to go out fishing.
Exactly, good. We didn't have to bribe you for the answer, but at a younger age, being active in such a well-rounded community, especially girls in the fishing industry, you know, we got to represent, we got to outfish all the boys, right? It's important to just learn about the species, and then as you get older, you can be like, hey, I really like fishing, but I want to make this into a career. You can get into, you can work for the Fisherman Magazine. You can be my interns next summer. You could work in the conservation field. You can learn about protecting a species. You can work for, like the Coast Guard, and you can protect the fishermen that go out there and go boating and go catch fish. So it's all important, and it's not just about catching a fish, it's molding your future. All right, enough jibber jabber. Let's get rigged up and let's go catch some fluke, right? Yeah. Give me high fives. High fives all around, let's go. We'll see you guys out there. Good job. Keep it coming. It's far away from the boat. See if you want to net this. Keep it coming, you got it. Where is he going? There you go! Good job! There we go. We'll zoom in on his face there. Good job. Good job! Go ahead, you can release it.
Release it. Good job.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. You only got one too?
Yeah. That's a fluke. Perfect. Good.
For nearly 90 years, the Viking fleet from Montauk has been putting anglers on the fish. Whether you jump on a half-day trip, fish the deep for an overnight adventure targeting big game, a day trip to Block, or a sunset cruise, their experienced captains and crew have you covered. VikingFleet.com.
And now we get an update with the Dreamboat and the Coastal Kayak Clash.
And now the Dreamboat Fishing Challenge entries for the week. We only had one entry from Rich Rubino, a Long Island fisherman subscriber from Deer Park, New York, who weighed his catch in at Saltwater's Tackle in West Islip. With his catch of a sea robin weighing in at 2.8 pounds, that puts Rich in third in the sea robin category. The leaderboard for this week stands at Scott Waterman at 17 points, Brian Zembreski at 13 points, Anthony Savino at 11 points. The fall run is going on now, so there's plenty of time to enter your fish to win that Steigercraft powered by Yamaha and many other great prizes. But you must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine to enter.
It was another exciting week in the CKC. We had two fish that really added some urgency to the contest. Bob Wagner notched this 24.75-inch albie, landing him in second place for the hardtail category, but Justin Oster kept the pressure on, upgrading his first place hardtail with a 29-inch beast of an albie. The top of the leaderboard looks like this. Todd Treones holds third place with 5 points. Bob Wagner pushes his score to 10 points, but remains in second place, and Justin Oster hangs on by a single point to maintain his lead with 11 points.
Hey, now let's take a look at the upcoming events for the month of September. First up, we have Scotty's Offshore Shootout. That's from September 6th through the 29th. Then on September 7th is the Riverhead Snapper Derby. Also on the 7th is the Captree Dockside Family Festival. Then on September 8th is the Town of Brookhaven Keith Romaine Snapper Derby. Also on September 8th is the Town of Oyster Bay Waterfront Festival. A lot of good events going on this weekend. Then on September 14th is the Women's Fishing Expo at Connecticut State Park. Great event, gotta check that one out. And on September 26th is the Fisherman's Big Surf Inshore Offshore Fishing Show and Seminar. Great event. I highly recommend you attend that one. And then right after that is on September 27th through the 29th, the Fred Galafaro Memorial Montauk Surf Fishing Classic. We do have a new way station this year. That's Montauk Anglers Club. Check out the latest issue of the Fisherman magazine to sign up for that tournament. For more details and the rest of the events coming up, visit thefisherman.com/events.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
All right, let's head over to the map and I'll give you the reports of what I've been hearing recently. First up, we have Denise Ellers. She caught this 24-inch fluke in Porpoise Channel. That's up in Stony Brook. They're starting to see some good fish caught now with the bait moving around. Up next, 142-pound bluefin tuna. It was caught on a UVT jig. The fight was almost 2 hours long and it was caught off of Fire Island by Justin Goldman. Nice job, Justin. Beautiful fish. Then Joe F. He's the leading fluke on the Captain Gillen biggest fluke contest so far this year. The fish is 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Let's hope that holds for Joe by the end of the year. Mateo Gonzalez and Matt Friedman, they're out there. They got their personal best fluke and bluefish between the Wantagh and Meadowbrook Bridge, all caught on those live peanut bunker. Remember, those peanut bunker this time of the year are really key for catching some nice fish. Owen Carr, he checks in again this week. He had 2 nice fluke at 4.68 pounds and 3.26 pounds caught inside the Great South Bay. 6-year-old Louis Lago from Seaford, he went out for Labor Day on the South Shore. He had this nice fluke for his efforts. Then, on the incoming tide this past Saturday, this fish was caught using a high-low rig by the Fire Island Coast Guard station. There's some fish being caught over there. They had 17 others they released as well, all shorts. Tony Berry, she got this one. It was the only keeper today, but she made it count. Nice job, Tony. Then 2.5-year-old Cash Peterson from the Osprey. Big congratulations goes out to her with her first striped bass ever caught. Nice job, Cash. 12-year-old Gavin caught a monster fluke. 32 inches, 12 pounds. Again, remember, on a live peanut bunker in the bay, nonetheless, near Jones Inlet. The fish was waiting at Scotty's on the Bay in Point Lookout. Awesome fish, Gavin. If you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com and I'll try and get into the magazine or the video fishing forecast. Meteorologist Rich Von Ohlen, his report and weather is sponsored by Premium Bucktails. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. We'll check that weekend forecast. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So the past week, up and down with the weather, the ocean, not the best place. So we did some bay fishing with some of the clams, some of the rock piles in the back bay, and scored with some nice triggerfish. So they're there. This time of year, you might be able to get some of those mixed in. And also the fluking is still good. You know, we're not done with this yet. Water temps still give or take 70, low to mid 70s. So I scored with a dozen fluke and had a keeper, 20-inch fish back in the bays of Long Beach. So, you know, good option if you can't get in the ocean the next week or two. Some of those fish still there on the gulps, the bucktails, and the traditional summer baits. So don't give up on those yet. Water temps, low to mid 70s. I was reading about 70 on Wednesday in the ocean, and the water was clear too. I think that east wind brought in some clearer, cleaner water from the east, and going to keep that east wind going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The fishing will be a little bit difficult in the ocean if you have a small boat, bigger boat, may get away with it. Saturday morning's okay. Saturday afternoon, the front comes by. There'll be a shower or two. Going to kick up that southeast wind. Then we shift to northwest on Sunday. It'll flatten things out in the ocean gradually, but also be a little choppy. So again, the front coming in, some of the green showers. You know, the best time to fish Saturday in the ocean will be between like 5 a.m. and about noon. Showers come in late in the day. The surf should be okay. The bays should be okay. The sound okay. Northwest breeze on Sunday starts to kick up, and it'll flatten things out gradually, but there'll be a little bit of a chop offshore. 2 to 4s, 48s on Saturday. Probably a small craft for the ocean. The sound should be good. Great South Bay good. Connick Bay should be all right. And then that northwest wind, you know, inshore Sunday looks all right. 1 to 2, 2 to 4 by the beaches should be okay. The surf should be good. Offshore, 20, 30, 40 miles, still a roll, 4 to 8 foot out there. So not the most ideal weekend to do some offshore stuff or anything with a small boat in the ocean. This may be more of a big boat weekend. Saturday, 70s, Sunday at some 70s as well. So we continue with the comfortable weather. My go-to app, the Wind Guru. A lot of green on there. You can see, again, the winds still from the east-southeast right through Friday and Saturday night. And then it shifts to the arrow shift on Sunday northwest with the front coming by. But still winds anywhere between 10 and 20 knots. And the waves, 1.2, 1.3 meters. That's 3 to 4, 3 to 5 feet. Again, knocking down a bit on Sunday. So we'll give it 3 caution dates, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's more of a big boat weekend. The bay's okay for small boats. The Peconic Bay, the Great South Bay, the Sound should be okay. Just watch out for the showers late Saturday and also a little gusty breeze on Sunday. So either way, just be safe if you have this weekend. Catch them up. Have fun. Be safe as always. Matt, back to you.
From Sag Harbor, Will and Andy.
Thanks, Matt. A report this week out of Sag Harbor. You still have decent action kind of out east. Bluefish, stripers. We're starting to move into, hopefully what's going to be a great fall season. So people are getting them on, live bait, top water, plugs, jigs, you name it. So we're super excited about that. And we've actually had some early reports of albies as well. So that's super exciting. Offshore, there are some inshore and nearshore bluefin tuna, so that's always super exciting, out of Montauk, south of Block. So we'll continue to hopefully see great action in the fall.
Thanks, Will and Matt. Report this week out of Sag Harbor also. Porgies and sea bass still going strong, guys, mainly on bait and also artificials on the bottom, so hopefully that continues. Fluke has been a little bit spotty, honestly, guys, but we've gone out and had some luck on certain days, none on others. A ton of shorts in the area, so no shortage of that for fun, but getting the keeper has been a little bit more challenging, but we're hoping that bite improves soon. And a little bit further east, there have been some larger fish, but at least near us, it's been mostly smaller fish. So anyway, with that said, back to you, Matt.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Well, fall run is coming. There are some bass in the back bays. Nothing really too crazy, mostly like schoolie size. A couple of slots in certain areas, but, there's a lot of bait back there, a lot of finger mullet and smaller ones. So, basically fishing like the flats, like 3-4 feet of water at times. Surface stuff is the kind of the best way to go at it. Off the beach, have not heard of any. In the inlet, couple of random bass here and there, on bucktails and, guys drifting live spot. Fluke fishing pretty good, a little bit better in the bay than out front, also in the inlets, kind of all over. Now it's kind of like, quality over quantity versus, just a few weeks ago when the short to keeper ratio is pretty high. So Hampton Lady had a really great trip over the weekend. So they're out there, enjoy them while you can. Big story is tuna fishing. Everyone's getting into them. Seems to be about 10 to 15 miles out. You can get them. You can go all the way out, but kind of no need to. Good mix of bluefin, yellowfin, and there's been giant bluefin. And one of the craziest things that I've seen in a long time was Jeff LaMonaco of Whitewater Outfitters in Shinnecock Inlet this morning. Giant bluefin crashing on the surface. Just wild. And, there's a lot of whales, a lot of dolphins around. There's a ton of bait, but to see tuna in that close, I didn't see it. I saw the video, but just amazing stuff. Two of my buddies were out today. They were out about 25 miles, hooked into a giant, fought it for 5 hours, lost at the boat. Heartbreaker, but they were kind of outgunned and just was a thrill to have that kind of fight. So, that's pretty much been the big story is the tuna. And, we'll kind of see. It seems like there's enough bait for them to stick around. So go and get them if you can. All right. Enjoy your fishing this weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Back to you, Matt.
Let's check on in with Hawaiin Dan.
Thanks, Matt. Aloha, friends. I'm Hawaiin Dan of TalkFishTV.com, reporting on the central North Shore, nearshore region of Long Island, where you can find me zipping around with my Seagull inflatable Fast Cat 14 catamaran skiff from Seagull.com. And I'll say it again, things keep changing from one week to the next, so be sure to subscribe to TalkFishTV.com and the Fisherman magazine so you don't miss out on the latest tips and reports. The bays, harbor, and sound are still flooded with grass shrimp, rain bait, and tons of peanut bunker, making porgy, sea bass, fluke, bluefish, and schoolie striper fishing fun. However, I must say that finding the keepers takes a bit of work, and for me the last few weeks I found the all-pro flutterbait jigs to be the only hot ticket in town. I have them in all colors and in the 1, 2, and 3.5 ounce sizes. They match the hat size, and presentation of peanut bunker perfectly. You can find them online at allpronational.com, your local tackle shops, or stop by and visit Captain Vince Cat himself at his on-the-water tackle shop at 842 South Wellwood Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York. Tell him Hawaiian Dan sent you. Now here's this week's tips in relation to using the All Pro flutterbait jigs. I prefer a 6-foot medium heavy action rod, which is pretty stiff, I know, but it gives me more control over the jig, provides me more instant feedback, and prevents the line from constantly wrapping around the tip, which can be extremely frustrating and cause you to miss fish. My Penn Slammer 2500 reel keeps it nice and light, racked with 20-pound braid and an FG knot tied to a rod's length, a 30-pound Berkeley Trilene big game mono leader with a snap swivel at the end so I can easily and quickly swap out lures. This helps tremendously when the current changes speed and direction. The other tip is to pay close attention to the direction of the current. Up until the last 2 weeks, I could catch them jigging while spot locked or anchored up. However, the last 2 weeks, I could see them on the sounder and not trigger a single strike until I released the anchor and worked the drift. It's amazing how such a slight and minimal adjustment can make a huge difference between success and frustration. If you're anchored up, the current will pull your flutter jig down current. Release the anchor and the jig flips in the total opposite direction. Now this subtle change in presentation is all it took for me to trigger strike after strike, and you don't need a boat to pull this off. The All Pro flutterbait jigs cast in New York miles, so if you're fishing from shore, cast them up current and work them back to you. Also, remember to work the bottom, middle, and upper water columns until you find out where the fish are set up. Now get off those couches, grab some friends, and get out there and fish. Remember to make someone smile today and every day. And until next week, stay safe out there, my friends, and keep spreading the aloha. Now back to you, Matt.
With our fly, freshwater, and some saltwater reports, Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. It's a beautiful day out here. This is the day after Labor Day, and the weather is beautiful. A high in the in the 70s, a little bit of a breeze. I decided, my friend Kenny, he wanted to try out. He just got himself a used kayak, and he wanted to try it. So I said, hey, let's come to a pond I've never fished. Right, it's at Canaan Pond in Patchogue. Beautiful pond. I wouldn't say crystal clear. The water is crystal clear. We each had some fish. Kenny had a bass at about maybe 10, 12 inches. I had a bass maybe 6 inches. I did have a few small pickerel and a couple of small bluegills. Not a lot of fish, but the water it's a beautiful day. As far as the saltwater going, well, it's albies now. Friends of mine who fished, they were at Jones Beach. You gotta be there. They came, they caught, and they were gone, So you gotta constantly go back there. We're in a new moon phase right now, so the tides are gonna be higher than normal, bringing in that cooler ocean water. We'll see what that does for us. Everything is going good. The Catskills water's cooled down, but it's low. We do need some rain. The Farmington fishing extremely well. So if you really want to get into fishing for trout, Farmington's a great tailwater to do. The Housatonic, if you still want to get into smallmouth, plenty of them. Both those rivers are in excellent shape. The best they've been in years. As far as the Salmon River, well, they were blown out. And what that did was they actually brought fish into the river. So their salmon is starting to show up a little bit early, but they're in there. So if you want to get up there where it's not too crowded yet, think of the Salmon River. So you got a lot of options. Contact me at River Bay Outfitters, and I'll be more than happy to help you get on this fly fishing adventure. All right? So until next week. Tie lines, everybody.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gaige here reporting to you from Huntington Harbor, where I fish 7 days a week for SandCityCharter.com. Check out the website. Thanks for all the friend requests, guys. Keep them coming. We are building up these social media channels. Very happy to have you. Come join us. Follow us on YouTube. We're going to build up that YouTube account. The first introduction Bay Rats and Buoys podcast is available. It's on Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio. You can get it at SandCityCharter.com. I'll be sharing it in all the groups where you're seeing this video, so you'll get a chance to be able to connect to that RSS feed and see when I put up new podcasts each and every week. week. We're going to have some cool special guests. Fishing in our area is still unbelievable, guys. Saturday and Sunday, the charters that went out, I mean, it was nonstop action with fluke. There's some 24-inch weakfish in the mix. Just now, we got back. There are some albies out there, so the albacore are here. We have gotten them. They're here. Right outside of Cold Spring Harbor, we were seeing them in the Sound, so outside of Oyster Bay there. And Sunday's charter, we took out a dad and his son and 3 of his good friends just before they go back to school, and these kids had a blast. They'll tell you.
I caught 60 fish. I caught like 45, and I'll definitely be coming back.
I caught about 65. I caught about like 55.
Wow, you guys had a lot of fish today.
Yeah. I'll definitely come back.
That was a good time?
Yes.
Just all right, guys.
No kidding. No, it's not.
You guys
I'm not holding it like that.
You guys did a great job today.
Thank you.
They caught 250 fish easily. We were bottom fishing, non-stop action, ton of fun. And tonight I'm going to shoot out there. I shoot out there every evening to see what's going on with the birds and what's working and where the bass and the blues are, and getting on those every evening. We do have charters every morning, so if you want to get out there on the bass and the blues and the albacore, let us know. I'll be happy to do that. And follow along on the social media. Like I said, guys, the podcast is about to kick off. We did put the introduction one. Going to launch the trailer video this week, and the following week will be the first episode. So stay tuned in. Great having you guys. Wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, we have Nuno Decosta from Tyalure Tackle up in Rye.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. Nuno here from Tyalure, the western end of the Sound. Little uptick this week on the bluefish and the striped bass. Seems like diamond jigs were the hot ticket. Guys with live bunker are still catching. Plenty of bunker around, plenty peanut bunker around. So things are staging up to maybe become a great fall season. Hard to tell yet. There is a cooling in the air already. The days are getting shorter, so the fall is going to be around the corner. As far as porgy fishing, that remains still very good. The party boats are still getting them. Local pieces like Playland Pier, guys are doing pretty well there. Lots of spots this year, more so than I've ever seen. More of a rarity at times. This year it's a full-on season for spot fishing. The croakers available pretty readily out there. As far as the fluke fishing goes, we should see an uptick in that. Tends to be that the first couple of weeks of September, as the water's cool and they migrate out, we tend to do better with the squid and spearing combo. And then the offshore fishing, the tuna fishing, the bluefin tuna fishing is still phenomenal south of Montauk, with some yellowfin now mixing in 30 to 40 miles out south of the point. So well worth it to target bluefin, not a far run. The canyon fishing seems like fish are still to the Hudson or way to the east, so some yellowfin or big eyes and some of the southern canyons producing also. Should be a great fall for the mahi-mahi. Tile fishing is still out there, as we caught some this past week, and it's just time to go, guys. Fall fishing is upon us. Have a great week.
Hey guys, Raul Ortiz here, the Urban Angler, with my report. Well, it looks like the fall run is off to a good start, with a variety of fish being caught on the South Shore beaches of Long Island. We got bonito, we got bluefish, we got striped bass, we got weakfish, fluke. We got a variety of species out there running around right now, so it's looking very good. On the Great South Bay, I got some weakfish up to 24 inches with some small schoolies. I haven't seen no bluefish yet, but I'm sure they're around. Down in the city, you know, stripers are there all the time. You got schoolies size stripers all the way up to about 15, maybe occasional 20-pounder. Western Long Island Sound, fish are starting to be active again. You have like schoolie size stripers and slot size being caught. Nothing crazy, but the action is starting as the weather gets cooler. Besides that, guys, if you want to get in on it, you know, there's like blitzes happening all around the South Shore beaches or inside in the bays. There's tons of bait all around. It seems like a lot of the plastics are working. I haven't really caught anything on like a SP minnow or a metal lip or anything like that. Just soft plastics, anything that looks like a sand eel or spearing, or maybe some type of shad or tsunami shad or something like that. But that's what's been working right now for me. Anyway, guys, get out there. And let me give a quick shout out to my buddy Frank, Joe, Brandon, Raul, and John. Thank you for the pictures, man, guys. Anyway, keep it up and keep it tight, everybody. And good luck on the fall run. Back to you, Matt.
If you'd like to be a part of our weekly video fishing forecast, we are looking for social media savvy anglers that can report in from a tackle shop, a party or charter boat, or just the beach. So reach out to my producer at tcslibayrat@gmail.com if you are interested. Well, I hope you all had a great Labor Day weekend. I know I did. I got out fishing. I caught some fluke in the local bays by me. This weekend looks pretty decent coming up too. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot more species to go for now. Fish are migrating back into our area. Remember, the albies are around too. There's green bonito around. A lot to fish for. Have fun out there. We'll see you next week.